Okay. Hello everyone. My name's Sugi Yamagawa, and today on VTubing my slow life hobbies in my 30s. Oh, hey there, buddy. I'm guessing 67 potatoes. Oh, no, not the meme number. But yeah, we're harvesting potatoes today. But before we actually get into like the potato harvesting, I actually get to talk about a fun plant. Oh gosh. Who's the doggo? I'm pump sitting this weekend, and that's my sister's dog. His name is Charles. I call him Char Char. But yeah, he's probably gonna be glued to me today. So he's gonna be around. Like that. He was also hanging out on Tuesday's stream too, but because the camera's pointed at the floor, you can actually see him more. So this beautiful, what a great dog! I really trust him with my 401k. Don't trust him with your 401k. He's an old man. So let's see. Was that image 9? Image 9. Yeah. So this beautiful greenery is purslane. Portucula, Orcholcharca. I don't know. I'm not Latin, but this stuff is one of my favorite wild greens. It is very tasty. It has a really good like savory note to it. Oh hey, you're just checking it out. But yeah, really great stuff. And both my small potato pots, after the potatoes basically died back, this stuff came up and has just been like doing incredibly well. And my biggest wish that I could have in my life is that I would love to have more of this weed. But as far as I know, the most amount of this weed I have is growing in these two pots here. So I will be trying to, I am going to try and save this stuff. And I will actually replant it in these pots after I get the potatoes out. But another reason to like the purslane is really low in energy. Like, really low, which means it's like there's not a lot of calories in it. Also, we have really good amounts of vitamin A, vitamin C, potassium, good old potassium. And then we actually have a pretty good, one of the things that really makes like purslane like a really like nutritious food is the mineral content. We have lots of calcium, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, and then kind of more trace amounts of phosphorus, selenium, and zinc. So it is very nutritious as a plant, which I am going to undo that. Hey. Oh no, I picked too much. Well, I'm really digging in. But yeah, it's great. And when these stems thicken up, you can make some nice pickles out of them, supposedly. Not that I've actually gotten ambitious enough to do that, but this is an absolute incredible green. It has like a nice juicy savory flavor to it. Like it's just good in flavor, which a lot of the weeds I eat don't typically have the best flavor to them. Usually when you're eating weeds, you're just like, yeah, this is free food, and that's kind of the reason why I'm eating it. But this stuff is actually a joy, and just to have like so much of it, like it's just big old mat of it. It's great. It's incredible. So I do want to save this stuff because, well, it's nutritious and good for me. Apparently Charles is just being very panicked right now. Which, he's good at that, because he's a worrywart. Aren't you, buddy? You're just a panicked worrywart. So, I have a magic box over here. Oh no. Oh, come on. You don't have to be a panicked worrywart all the time. So, I gotta go grab a shovel. I'm gonna try and save this guy. So, ooh, that's also a thing I need to be careful about. my stabbing. Some easy tugs. Some easy tugs. Shovel, hang out there. Oh, okay, there we go. Got a good amount of the root system. That will go in the box. And I guess I'm just gonna have to have a snack later. But I'm cooking the potatoes later. But hopefully there's also, like, lots of seeds. So, container potatoes. The reason I like growing potatoes in containers. Couple of reasons. Reason number one. I can get these bad boys for free. Because I plant trees. And that's actually what all the containers you're going to see today. We've got 6 containers here. So, actually, wait a second. I actually forgot a thing. I need to go grab that. Ugh. I can't harvest these guys without introducing them. So, our seed potatoes are red Nolad? No, red Norland. So we got red Norland seed potatoes. So, pick these guys up at the wonderful Tractor Supply. So, red potatoes, big bucket. And time for my second favorite thing with container potatoes. The harvest is really easy. You just flip it over. You don't have to dig. So, let's break this guy open. Ooh, spuds! Spuds, spuds, spuds. Let me grab my harvest bin. So, let's start by... So, not super big, but good size. That's reasonable. That's a reasonable spud. I like reasonable spuds. Hopefully someday I'll be a reasonable spud. So, and another thing I'll do for these, like, chunks, that's what she said, oh no, is as a... let me get this into perspective so you guys can see it. So I like to break these up. These clogs. These wonderful dirt clogs of mine. So, and the itty bitty little guy. Granted, it's because of the little itty bitty guys is why I might actually hit the meme number. And I don't want to hit the meme number. That'll make me sad. I'm too old. Too old. Oh, I am too old for that meme. Even though my nephew is, like, really big into the number meme. Okay. So, we're going to take the clog and just break it off. By breaking it off into the bucket, kind of gives me a chance to sift through the dirt. If we hit the meme number, you gotta hit the tab to celebrate. No! Let's surpass the meme number. Let us have more potatoes. So that's like 5. Ooh. Oh, we got ourselves a... Oh, yeah. That's a good size spud. I'm gonna get into this, though. I'm gonna get to these spuds. Wait a second. Ooh. Going from meme 67 to funny 69. Now that's an upgrade. Now that's a quality of life upgrade right there. Okay, we'll break that open. Crumble these out. Hopefully. Maybe. More spuds? More spuds? No spuds? Aw, no spuds. Granted, I am a little concerned with how I stabbed that shovel in. And I was like, wait a second, there's potatoes in there. I don't want to hurt my potatoes. So. And also, I'll just scoop up this dirt. Throw it into the container. And this is actually a really good way for me to, like, mix up the dirt that I've got. So. Grab ourselves enough. Ooh, more potatoes. More potatoes. breaking dirt clogs off. Good so far. Now, I will say this about the smaller pots. The smaller pots, I did get a lot less foliage. The potatoes didn't seem to really like the smaller pots too much. Granted, there we go, another one. Granted, they're actually trying to resprout on me, bastards. Guys, your energy is supposed to be going into my stomach. That's why I'm taking care of you, man. Gotta have my... I gotta get my calories out of you. Bastards trying to grow as individuals. I know! I'm only one supposed to be growing as an individual here. Granted, funny enough, we'll see how many of these escape the harvest, because, funny enough, I actually had quite a few, Ooh. Oh dear. Okay, yep. I was scared of that, and I knew that would happen. I did slice a potato. But you know what? You're gonna get set off to the side, and you're getting cooked today. You're not getting cooked later. You're gonna get cooked today. You just basically... Oh. Actually, funny enough, that's actually the other half of it. Really trying to grow on me. Which, funny enough, I'll actually throw that in there. Because, funny... Because this is actually probably enough for it actually to regrow on me. But after I get these pots like put back together and everything, I'm going to leave them fallow. Basically, I'm not going to be growing anything in them for a little while. Oh, well. Oh, no. Crickets. I got crickets. Look! It's an itty-bitty thing. But hey, itty-bitty things are things I don't have to slice and dice, so. But yeah, got another one to the box. Another. Whoa. Like, you could grow some in the basement, like peppers in winter, by trimming the plants. I probably could do that, but I am not allowing my basement. Well, I'm not allowing my shop to get consumed by gardening stuff, because I permit that, I tolerate that in winter. I'm not gonna put up with it in summer. Summer season's for like woodworking and like projects, man. Not bending the seasons. I do like bending the seasons. There's a certain level, there's a certain level of fun having a vine ripened fresh tomato that you've grown in December. But I'm not gonna be trying to push my seasons with summer foliage. So, actually, there's another. I really sliced some spuds. No! Slicing spuds. Is that spud or clogs? Clog. Ooh. Ooh, is this beefy boy? Ooh, yeah, hefty. Also, bringing all these containers into my garage, I have also brought insects in here. Because there's an insect chirping right now. Probably because they're like, oh no, we're being harvested. The cover's blown, boys. But yeah, we are getting to the dredges of this guy. So we got another one. There's actually a slice of one of the ones we sliced. And that should be it. I'm gonna just sift, go through everything, and clean up the dirt, which is why I have a tarp down. The tarp allows me to maintain a clean garage. So I vainly state that to myself. I at least attempt to believe in the idea of a clean garage. Because sawdust I can just blow out pretty easily, but Dirt's a little bit more challenging. So apparently, some of these holes in this box are too big because I lost the spud. But so far our spud counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not gonna count the itty bitty itties. We'll count you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we've got 2 spuds that we've sliced. So that's 15 spuds for our first go around. And then I'm going to try to stick the big guys in the holes of my cardboard. You have enough to eat for 2 days. Yep, I have enough to eat for 2 days. And that's 1 pot's worth. But this is also my small pot. So actually, I will save this. Actually, I will actually save that to closer to the end, simply because what I want to do is this pot being like this. This is really good for me to just like lay the other pot in, like in this pot, because once I actually start playing with the big pots, things are gonna get interesting. Things are gonna get really interesting at the big pots, just because they're big boys and they're heavy. Like, very heavy. So, I'm going to finish off my tea before I get into the next pot. And then we'll get into the next pot. And see what we have in there. See if it's better. I mean, the potatoes in the smaller containers did not do as well as the big ones. So, not really, I don't have high expectations for these guys, but we'll see what we get. So, I wish to save the magic purslane because you're the most, you're very delicious. Let's see if I can give it a light tug. Yep, nice light tug. Got myself a pretty good lift out. Plenty of soil in those roots. That's what I want. Now, funny enough, to keep sunlight from getting onto my potatoes, when I was doing a lot of the chainsaw work for that big log out, for that last load of firewood, well, I was doing all that next to my potato pot, so I had a cornucopious amount of chainsaw shavings. And then I used the chainsaw shavings to just fill in these pots and keep the sunlight off the spuds, because that's what happens. When sunlight hits spuds, they turn green, and when your potatoes turn green, then they build up toxins. And then they just taste bitter. It's actually more of a taste thing. I mean, granted, I suppose if you were to eat green potatoes without cooking them, then you have tummy aches. And reveal. Getting all sorts of dirt all over myself. Wonderful. So let's pull this apart. Ooh, I'm seeing some spuds. But I'm gonna be breaking this guy up off camera. Going through them. Spuds, no spuds. But woo, woo, whoa. Okay, spuds. So we got 2. I mean, I'm not gonna really count the itty bitties. I'll count spuds like this, like whoop. Spuds I actually have to I would have to slice before I would actually cook. Count, and that's gonna be the metric. Is if I have to slice it, to cook it, in like a diced potato type thing, then the spud counts towards our count of potatoes. So just gonna go through. I like assaulting the sides, getting a lot of this dirt out of the way. I don't want to have a great deal of buildup of dirt. Build up of dirt is not healthy. So, didn't do any slicing in there, dicing. So here we go. Ooh. Okay, so we got another one to the bin, another one. Pretty good sized ones. So far, I reckon this pot is doing pretty good. This is also the red Northland as well. And then at some point, probably Saturday, I've got some in-ground potatoes I need to harvest. Now, the in-ground potatoes did not do as great as the above-ground ones, but still did alright. Still got a decent amount of growth on them. So, got ourselves a nice little bunch of spuds. So, we got ourselves, and just take off growth. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 more. I'm not trying to actually keep a running count or anything. Ooh, I missed the box. Hey, fascinating, it's Sugi. Hello, Mr. Spock. How's your Thursday? Hopefully you didn't work too hard today. I reckon I worked too hard today. That's my opinion on today. Because I worked too hard. And like a button potato. So. We'll get these clogs. Break them up. If we got any magic spuds hiding. I found 3 tiny potatoes in the compost pile. There you go. Oh, very nice. I hope bigger than this. And bigger than that. Actually, who knows? Maybe this would be around about the size that you had. Then, ooh, okay. Ooh. Got ourselves. So this pot is definitely done better than the last pot. Because there's 5 right there. Nope, tiny. Oh no. I think it's some of the tiny potatoes in here, if I don't find them, is why I get so many volunteer potatoes out of these pots, because I do get volunteer potatoes out of these pots. Granted, I actually did get a pretty decent sized potato at one point. Ooh. Another itty bitties, which there's going to be quite a few of the itty bitties. Okay. Going through here. Trying to see what we can find. I'm going to roast them with the chicken tonight. Ah, there you go. That sounds like a game plan. Good game plan. Granted, I've yet to find any worms in my pots just yet tonight. I know when we did when we planted these out on stream, found some really good sized worms. And I was thinking of the worms because you mentioned chicken. So, another one. Okay, that's a big old piece of bark. So, I think that's most of what we've had out of this guy. I started chopping the veggies for dinner, so I had to go AFK. Oh, don't worry about it. You need a red wiggler fart. No, I don't. I don't need more things going on, Mr. Spock. My life is busy. I'm too busy. That's why my garden's like so mid. I have, because I've only gotten like 4 small tomatoes this year, and I've gotten like 0 peppers. For tonight's dish, I actually had to go to the store and buy peppers. And I really... I need to figure out something to do with all this crabgrass I got. Granted, I was talking with someone. I forget who, but he said he used pre-emergent for crabgrass, and it worked really well at his place, so I'm gonna try that out. So, I grew 4 peppers this season. Nice! It's better than my number. So, I'm gonna retuck back in my magic purslane because the stuff is delicious and amazing, and I wish I could grow more of it, but it seems to not like growing in the actual like ground. Red wigglers are the Cadillac of worms. Oh man, I don't fish enough to know what the Cadillac of worms is. I thought catalpa worms were pretty good worms though, because I know. Funny enough, I was actually on Facebook Marketplace somewhat recently, like a day or two ago, and someone was like, "Hey, I got catalpa worms, like $5 for a bin or something." I know a lot of people like the catalpa worms, so we are 2 pots in. I'd say we're doing pretty all right. Like, we definitely had some much larger ones, and I also managed to not stab this pot before I started pulling stuff out, so I think actually going in, this was reasonables. Like I mentioned earlier, the small pots, those didn't do so good in terms of like leafy growth and stuff, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but if I got more out of the pots than what I put in seed potatoes, and I feel very confident in that, because each of the, let's see, the red Pontiac pots each got 2 seed potatoes, so, and those seed potatoes would have been roughly like these sizes, so let's say we started off with this much seed potato, and then ended up with this much potatoes. That's an increase in food. So, that is good. Actually, wait a second. Actually, since Mr. Spock's here, I'm going to let him be a bad influence on me. Because he loves doing that. So, I'm going to be cracking open brewskis. Granted, it's a non-alcoholic brewskis. It's a fake ad on the show in Cincinnati. We're the Cadillac of worms. We're the cat. I probably should have had that. All I have is almond milk. Well, this is cool, man. I love the Shoots Black Brute non-alcoholic beer, because, man, it's so good to have options other than that. Athletic is a great brand, good stuff, but I like having choices. Okay. Couple sips of hydration, and now I actually get to labor. Because the earlier labors were just the beginning. For the true labor begins now. Come on down. Big pot number 1. So, these did much better. As we can see, we have a lot more of the vestiges of green growth. Also, over here, oh darn it. So that little thing that you saw drop off the potato vine, the rain stopped, the sun is coming out, I'm saved. God damn, that's a lot of pots. Probably. Oh man, this is so much pot. Like, this is probably... I don't know if I want to say it's 100 pounds of pot. It's I know it's at least 80. It's at least 80 pounds of pot. So, but we have much stronger, much healthier looking vestiges of foliage, which you want to make sure your foliage dies back before you actually harvest your potatoes, because you want the skins to form up. Bro dropped the vestiges and shit. Oh yeah. Actually, I don't know if vestiges... I don't know. Does vestiges mean anything to gamers? I don't know. Because when I think of vestiges, I just think of, like, something that was once there and is now no longer gone. Like, Vesper Noir from Hololive EN. Gosh, I miss that guy so much. My big pots are 14 by 40. Oh, wow. So, I actually have these four. I've got 4 of these big guys, which they're pretty big guys. Do I have easy? Bro, don't break my heart again. I miss my Magni and Vesper collapse. Oh man, those were great. Those were good days. The things that whole life have taken from us. Or nah, we'll just be like actual old folks and just remember the good old days. So these pots are, yeah. So these pots are 2 feet across. They're 2 feet across, roundabouts. What's my... So 2 feet by 18 inches. So really big, really good sized pots. I have big plastic garbage bins full of... Oh, okay. Yeah, my containers here, these are old tree containers. So these originally grew trees. And because I do tree planting type stuff, I'm like, hey, can I just take a couple of these pots home? And they're like, yeah, sure. If you just want a few, you can take a few. And then I get to take these home, and it's like, sweet. Now now they're gonna grow once more. So, actually, that spud's gonna get buried. I don't want to bury the spud. So here is our first big container. I need to come further back. I need room. Man, whoop! Woo! So, our first round of potatoes was red Northland. The big pots have Silverton Russet. So these are gonna definitely be a lot more of a... These are a lot more of a yellow potato. They're also a lot better for frying, which is how I'm gonna be... Which is my most preferred method to enjoy the potato. Is I like the potato fried. The sun comes out and Bright Eyes jumps in the window, scares the crap out of Linky Lynx. Lynx is pissed off now, staring Bright Eyes down. Oh, the greatest rivalry ever. Okay. Now, let's pull this pot off. Will we have spuds? Oh gosh. There's dirt. There's just dirt. There's so much dirt. I think my favorite are red for savory dishes and sweet potato for desserts. I put sweet potato into my homemade ice cream to sneak some veggies. Oh, you have to sneak your veggies? So, there's our first potato of this, and I am just overwhelmed with dirt right now. So, I'm just gonna be excavating and going through this. And then hopefully At some point, we'll find a few more spuds. Hopefully. And admittedly, what kind of potatoes are they, Sugi? So we've got Silverton Russet in here, and then the ones from earlier were like a red Nordland. But yeah, these are just generic potatoes. Nothing like purple potatoes. I haven't grown purple potatoes yet. Probably should at some point, but if Tractor Supply has purple potatoes, I'll try it next year. Okay, we're upgrading. We're upgrading. I have a shovel. So, and basically, I'm just gonna shovel dirt into there and throw it into the bin. Now, this is just how I like to be thorough, if you will, with making sure I get all my potatoes out, because if I don't get all the potatoes out, guess what? I get volunteers. So we have a little bit of, let's see. So we got one and another. I see this guy hanging out over here, so looks like these potatoes haven't like super bulked up on us. Oh, bye. Oh gosh. Oh dear. I gotta move my chair. Because the handle of the shovel's just hitting the chair and it's getting in the way. Because we have to move dirt. We have to move. We have to move so much dirt. Because these pots hold a lot of dirt, but a lot of dirt also grows a lot of potatoes. So, ugh. Man, I really. Also, this dirt's also fairly wet. Ooh, yeah. Whoa, come here. So, we've got ourselves some spuds. Boys and girls, couple spuds. Yeah. I like that. Come on. Container, keep the food coming. So he doesn't want to die of starvation. Granted, don't worry, I'm not in any actual danger of starvation, unless I had to grow my own food, which... Who knows, maybe things might be looking a little rough if I had to grow my own food, but I don't have to grow my own food. It is merely a hobby. Thanks to the magic of civilization, I don't have to grow all my own food. Good news, you're less at least 30 days now in rural Ireland during the famine. Oh no. Honestly, if this was the famine era, I might be screwed because my spuds would be like toast. And Captain Cocoa Puff, hello and welcome in. Taters, let's go. Yes, taters. Lots of taters. We're gonna, I don't know. I would like to dream of filling the bin. If I fill that bin, that'll be amazing. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm really, ooh, yeah. Come here. Here, I'm gonna show you off. There be the great wildlife. Oh man, just look at that worm. Not super big one, but good size. Yes. Remember, good gardeners take care of plants. Great gardeners take care of soil. Oh, and speaking of soil, we scored ourselves another one. Yes. All sorts of good stuff. Oh. Ha 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 ha. You almost snuck off on me. But not today. And I should have brought the soil into my shop earlier, because my gloves are wet now. My gloves. Woo! Potatoes, 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 potatoes. There we go. Have you been getting a good bit of moisture out in your neck of the woods? So far, Captain Cocoa Puff, it's been pretty alright. Temperatures have definitely been elevated in my neck of the woods. I've been doing far too much AC repair work, but you know what? I'm busy and I'm staying out of trouble, and I don't have to water the garden, so I did have to throw a little bit of water on my basil in the raised bed, but that's also just a raised bed. Raised beds are gonna just dry out. That's all a person can ask for. Yeah. Watering is hands down. Well, weeding is my least favorite gardening activity, and then followed by watering. Like last year, I actually bit the bullet and bought one of those like big sprinklers so I could just set the sprinkler out and then just be like, okay, cool. Garden's gonna just take care of itself. Oh yeah, speaking of AC, Andrew found out we have to upgrade our electric panel before we even think about a heat pump. Yeah. Yep. Do you ever do a soaker hose? Another set and forget? I don't like doing soaker hoses because it's an infrastructure. It's a thing out in the garden. And there's also times where I weed eat the garden, and I don't want to hit a soaker hose with a weed eater. I view the soaker hose as like you can kind of sort of set it and forget it, but eventually that hose is going to break down into the dirt. And gravity water works for set and leave. I am tempted to do like a big rain barrel on one of my gutter downspouts, because I've got two 55-gallon drums on my front porch, and those are for my raised beds. I've been thinking about doing another one in the backyard for the backyard garden, but I've yet to get to that point. Because thankfully the backyard garden is it's not super big, so I can just like take one of those like big sprinklers that goes like back and forth. I can just set it, let it run for like 50 minutes or so, and it pretty much takes care of the like that side of the yard. Been a good purchase. But yeah, I actually had to upgrade my electric panel to get my heat pump. Now, I did have a 200 amp service, but I didn't have enough room for all the breakers. So what the electrician did for me is they basically added a smaller electrical panel next to the one I already have, and then ran... yeah, that's my issue. Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be able to find an electrician to do something that... what I did. Half my water system is gravity, the other half is hauling it to the plants. Oh, that sounds like work. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's our biggest one of the russet ones. Yeah. That's definitely a size bigger. Ooh, got a few more. Yeah. So we're probably gonna have like clusters of potatoes, and each cluster is gonna be centered around Well, it'll be centered around where the seed potato was. We have some coworkers that are certified electricians or whatever the term is called. Great. Because so to upgrade my panel and run so my electricians had to run 3 circuits. 3 circuits. My main air handler had to get 2 circuits, and then I had to have another circuit ran for my heat pump water heater, and that sent me back $1,600. Because unfortunately, copper's not cheap right now. Did they pull through old conduit or have to run new? Ew, money. So they just ran Romex. So in my location, they don't have to run it in conduit, and they could just run Romex, because from the panel to my utility space was mostly unfinished basement. So they had pretty good access to everything, and they were able to like run the wires fairly easily. Now, if you unfortunately have drywall in your basement, that's a bad. I don't think you can run Romex and conduit anyway. Yeah, no, you can't. Double shielding and all that. It just depends. Like, my entire house is just ran with Romex strung everywhere. Like, the only conduit I have is exterior runs of electricity. Granted, there's a guy on YouTube called Curse Controls, and I really like watching his stuff, and watching him run his entire house in conduit is just like, oh dear God, 1, you love your job, and also 2, you like spending money on doing what you love. But gosh, it looks so pretty. And so far, he's left his basement unfinished, and I hope he remains. So many people do not understand how great it is to have an unfinished basement. That was a surprise thing in the estate stuff. Do you find any vintage Tesla machines? Oh no. Whew. Wait. Oh snap, I got a mosquito in here. I don't like mosquitoes. We got conduit in the shop, and it makes running lighting so much easier. Granted, we're running 3/4. Ooh, 3/4. Nice. At some point, I need to run a 220-volt circuit into my garage, and I'll probably have to do that in conduit because my walls are drywalled. Well, 2 walls are drywalled. 2 walls are drywall. 1 wall is garage door, and then the other one is like part of the basement foundation. Because I have this like weird hybrid basement of part garage, part finished basement, and then I reckon about 40% of my basement's unfinished, which is where actually most of the major utilities are ran. Ooh. Potato! But everything in my house is at least accessible, which is good. Because we actually had to run new line set for my HVAC when we did the HVAC change out. Mostly because my heat pump needed a 3/4, no, not 3/4. It needed a 3/8 3/8 liquid line. Electricity scares me. I sit my face a 1/4 inch away from a lathe spinning 8,000 RPM. But even 110 volts scares me. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, electricity can be like very like electricity has this like mystery to it. But at least in like my world, like as an HVAC guy, like I have to work with it. Furnaces, heat pumps, air handlers, they don't work without electricity. And it's very rare that we're on a job site and then there's an electrician right there, and then the electrician just goes, "Hey, I can hook that up for you." And days where we're trying to hook up an air handler and the electrician's just like, "Hey, I'm here running the circuits. Let me just hook that up for you." We're just like, "Yes, one less thing for us to do." I like having one less thing to do. Which actually, speaking of 110 volt, I've been shocked by it. It's not too bad. I'm aware that I don't know enough to be safe, so I need a babysitter that knows their shit if I'm doing any electrical work. Hey, knowing your limits before getting into a project will save you so many headaches. Like, when I had fireplace guys over at my house to evaluate my fireplace for a wood-burning fireplace insert. Shucks. Like, my fireplace is not set on masonry, it's actually set on a wood subfloor. And because of that, I can't set a wood-burning fireplace insert on that without bad things happening, like house catching on fire type stuff. So I was just like, well, this is going to be very, very expensive. The cost for me getting a wood-burning fireplace insert, if I addressed the structure, the subfloor structure thing, yeah, I was looking at like $20K for that. My machine at work feels spicy sometimes when the static lines stop working. Oh boy. Oh, yeah. So I just decided the money wasn't worth it. Like, burning wood in the house would be fun, it would be nice, it would be cozy. And I mean, I was also wanting the wood burning insert to supplement my heat pump heating. Because I did have to pay... Man, I had to pay... What was it? Like, I had a $170 electric bill in February. And my electric bill for the past 5 months has been $15. Like, heat pumps are great. Except when it gets really, really, really cold. And then the heat pumps are less great. Because then the strip heat runs. And when the And when that heat runs, it's very, very expensive. It's actually funny when at work when we're like, yeah, when the strip heat works, you can just hear the meter spin. Which I've got like 15 kW of strip heat in my house, so I mean it's 260 amp circuits, which those are some beefy circuits. Okay. So that is it of the first large containers. Sorry for the cornucopious amount of dirt, but I am going to try and keep this area somewhat clean. At least until the last pot, because I don't want to have like too much dirt here, because I'm also going to be hook up solar panels. I already have solar panels, Mr. Spock. That's why my electric bill this month is $15. I'm just paying the connection fee. But yeah. So, first big pot, I would say we've got slightly less potatoes from two of the small pots. So, really overall, I'm happy with this. Like, this is a decent amount. It's not like a whole lot, but it's decent. Okay, I really want to take my gloves off. But yeah, with that, we are through 3 of our 6 pots. So we got a few more pots to go, but hey, you know what? That's fine. That's fine, because today is also going to be one of the few days I'm going to actually be cooking for a while, so I am looking forward to that part. But I'm going to be getting some non-alcoholic beer break. Shop union rules. Which is actually the great thing about being in a shop of just one guy. I am the CEO. I am the head of the union. I am the #1 employee of the month. Every month. And I'm my own union steward. That's right, I must have been stoned and forgot. Remind me the next time about solar panel. Woo! Oh, man. Don't move, Frank. That's why I put locking casters on you. And the swingies. And another swingies. That reminds me, I need to step out for a second. I'm not even employee of the month in my own home. Oh, is that Bart? Yeah, put my snips. Ah, there's my snips. So, go ahead, snip. These guys, get them taken care of. Yes! Good old Bart. Holding the house up all by himself. And with that is the vast majority of those. Oh. So, there we got ourselves a little potato fruit, because potatoes do make fruit. We're not interested in toxic garbage. We're interested in toxic potatoes. You know the names of my cats better than my parents. Well, I mean, you mentioned your cat's names enough times on the stream for me to remember. Like, I'm actually, like, garbage at names. I'm terrible at names, but... You've mentioned Bart's name so many times, and also... Yeah, judging by the number of times that you mentioned his names, it sounded like he was just literally the employee a month of your household. Granted, I think parents are also... They don't like the idea of memorizing pet names. No, I wanted to get a good flip. Damn you. Ooh, I should have came further back. I did not go far enough back. Because any good parent knows one thing about pets. Well, when their millennial kid gets pets, that pet is an obstacle to grandchildren. Treasure. Starchy, calorie-rich treasure. That's what I live for. I live for starch. Well, actually, I live for beer, but beer does have starches in it. Okay, so. What is my most efficient way? Because I am terribly inefficient. I am really inefficient at this. At going through everything, but I am enjoying the yammers, though. Feels really good to, like, kneel down for a little. Oh, dearie. You need a screen thing. I don't need a screen thing. Hopefully Andrew doesn't notice I accidentally dumped half a cup of garlic powder to mac and cheese. If it was me, I would notice and I would thank you for that. Because garlic is amazing. I love garlic. I will eat so much of it. And funny enough, I've never actually grown garlic. As a grower of a great many things. Never got around to garlic, because guess what? Garlic you plant in October. Like, I'm not thinking about planning stuff in October. Unless maybe I was planning stuff under the cold frame, which... Fun thing enough, I'm really wanting to make a cold frame for the cedar raised bed. So that way I can expand my lettuce production. I need more leafy greens, man. Sweet, sweet, delicious leafy greens. Down and reveal the treasure. Treasure! Spud, Spud, Spud. But yeah, that's like the best thing with like potatoes is like going through potato pots like this is like literally digging out like treasure. Oh yeah! Did you see Chainsmoker Cat? I saw the first 3 episodes and it's freaking hilarious. I have not seen Chainsmoker Cat simply because I don't have a Netflix subscription. But it does look good. And I don't like how Netflix keeps getting all these anime shows that makes me want to get a Netflix subscription. Granted, I'm also... Another thing with Chainsmoker Cat is I'm like, oh gosh, Sail of the High Seas of Netflix. Oh boy. He's speaking, Captain Cocoa Puff is speaking the truth. Actually, that's how I feel about Disney Plus, though. Granted, I still need to see more of Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. I've only seen the first season. I used the free Netflix at the Red Cross. Wait, you get free Netflix? At the Red Cross? Yeah. Bleeding just comes with so many advantages. Unfortunately, I don't get to bleed for another month. But that's okay. That's okay. Red Cross can wait on their next pint of red gold out of my arm. I wish I got these pots to dry out a little bit more. That would have also made them lighter. Would have also made them so much lighter. Ooh. Okay. And then do a scoop out, and there they be. There we be. We found some treasure. Woo! That bin's starting to look a little bit full. I gotta go for dinner. Thank you for streaming. Oh, not a problem. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your dinner. As for me, I'm still collecting mine. Damn hunter-gatherer lifestyles. I actually have to, like, procure my own food. Like an uncivilized barbarian, but you know what? It's actually kind of fun being an uncivilized barbarian. Not everyone gets to be. Oh, yeah. Oh, the squat. Powerful, magical squat. Another potato. And one of the reasons why I'm kind of doing like scoops off the side is that it kind of helps. I feel like it helps me find everything. Because I don't know. I just like going slowly through this stuff because I don't want too many seeds. I don't want to miss too many potatoes. Because when I try to... Because... in the fall season, I will plant lettuce in these. That's usually my crop rotation for these guys. Oh, I think there's one more. There's probably one more cluster of spuds in here. And... yep, there it is. there they be. Ugh. But yeah, I gotta say, I don't understand how the under-furnitured VTubers stream on the floor. Granted, I do have to also look at my setup. Granted, I've moved it down, because normally it's set up for standing up while streaming. Because most of the time I'm standing up when I stream. But today, we are becoming one with the ground. One with the earth. Then hopefully the earth will sympathize with me a little bit and reveal more of the earth's bounty. Yeah. And more? I'm hoping for a few more out of this like area right here, but I don't think I'm getting lucky, man. Granted, I do like these sawdust cakes I have. Oh. That's enough squatting for now. We'll grab Shovel Coon. And hopefully get through the rest of this. Not a lot to it, but it does become something when you're just trying to make sure you're not missing anything. But really don't want to miss anything. Speaking of missing, can't be missing out on spuds like that. Holy smokes. That's like a part of a meal. That's a part of a meal right there. Okay. So we're pretty much about done with okay, cool. So with that, holy smokes-a-roonsies. That is big pot number 2 down. So that is 4 of our pots out of 6. We got 2 more to go. And take a little bit of a break. And then I'll move this pot out of the way. Bring our next pot in. Hopefully, I'm trying to think what would be. Yeah, so that's probably how I would do it. So, one moment here, since we're kind of taking a bit of a break now. Let me stand up and kind of show you a little bit of what we got going on here. So, the big pots rest on this frame here. And that frame is basically how I move these guys around. That's actually how I brought all this stuff into the shop. So, what I'll probably do is this pot, the one closest to you guys, will come forward. Then that pot will get moved over. And then that way I can slide the back pot on, then this pot on. And then hopefully that'll make cleanup a little bit easier at the end of the day. Woo. Ooh. Really glad for the energy that non-alcoholic beer is, but I have made my goatskin gloves an absolute mess. But the pile of spuds grows, and that's what we want. A growing pile of spuds. Okay. Okay. Let's rotate this guy on. Yep. Tip spin. Woo. Tip spin. Come on down. Container. Number. 3. I'm gonna move container number 4. Ow. Ah! Oh boy. Whew. I swear, there's reasons why VTubers don't do a lot of gardening streams, but this is a chance for me to do a gardening stream in July. Because really the only other thing I could do gardening-wise in July was weed, and I don't think people want to watch a VTuber pull weeds. Okay. Let's get over here. Get a little bit further back. Ah, bingo! Woo-hoo! Oh, man. I think this one's gonna be a gold mine. Because, like, they're just popping out here. Like, you can see those on your guys' side. I already have, like, a good couple here. Like, I think this pot might be a record pot. Like, taking these guys out one after the next. Okay. So we're gonna go back at it with our scoop and dump routine. And we're gonna try and efficiently work through this. As efficiently as I can. But the amount of soil to be moved is great. And also, remember, if you have to kneel on the ground for prolonged periods of time, do yourself a favor, put some cardboard down. Cardboard is such a savior for the knees. So many times I'm thankful for cardboard. Man. One of the issues with some of this is my sawdust. The sawdust top mulch I put on is literally the same color as the potatoes. Makes it a little bit challenging to spot them. Through. Got one more spud. Man. But they just keep coming. They just keep coming. Hopefully I get a decent amount from the in-ground potatoes. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Another one. Yep. Aha! Potato on the stick! There's one more. Oh! Almost missed this bad boy. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, this one's definitely looking like the record setter. And I've yet to even, like, get into some of the stuff over on that side. So, let's see what we find. Another one. Randomness. As far as aiming for a bend, but I'm also just turning my head back and forth a whole lot here. I'm also trying to keep the pace somewhat decent, but I think we're doing pretty alright, though. Haven't seen any worms in this bin. No worms, though. There we go. We have Spud. Another Spud. And hopefully I'll be able to find a whole bunch over in this area when I get over there. But we'll... Woo! Oh! I will definitely be hungry by the time I'm ready for food. Oh, there we go. There we go. Potato! Potato. Then a few more. I do think I'm tearing through this spot pretty quickly, though. Here. Got these two. Oh. That one and that one. Whew. Whew. Okay. Go ahead and grab the shovel. And we'll just shovel out these last few. Oh, we got a Spud there. Very nice, very nice. And... pretty decent haul out of that pot. Let's see. I'll just bring you closer. I lost you? There was a Spud in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There you are. There you are. To the pile. To the pile starch with you. Oh gosh, the pile of starch. Yeah. That is 5. That is 5 out of 6 pots done. So I'm gonna grab my drink. I'm gonna drink. Because I swear every time every time I do one of these pots, I feel like I'm moving like around 100 pounds of soil. Feels like quite a bit of soil, which probably why I'm being so winded. But good workout, good time. Also, as someone who has technically branded himself a homesteader VTuber, I feel like I don't quite do some like 100% homesteading stuff all the time. But harvesting potatoes is definitely in the homesteading camp. Definitely a trying to take care of yourself and grow your own food type thing, which I gotta say, for like, I bought, I think each of my, so, ugh. I think each of these seed potato sacks was like 4 pounds. 4 pounds. Yep. Yep. The 4-pound bag. And it was a 4-pound bag for $8. So I spent $16 in seed potatoes to get that amount. And please don't tell me what the going retail rate for a pound of potatoes is, because I may not have made my money back, but you know what? I had fun. And that's like the biggest thing when you're like gardening, is you gotta have fun. And that's the fun thing with potatoes. Is potatoes are pretty easy. They're pretty low maintenance. You plant them, you grow them, and really, when they're growing, really the main thing you gotta do is water them. I mainly had to water these, and I did have to throw some sawdust on top of the pots to cover up the soil, to keep sunlight from hitting the potatoes that were like right at surface level. But past that, really low maintenance crop. Very low maintenance crop. Come here. We got one more container to go. And then I'll probably, after that container is done, we might try and count these, I don't know. But we'll go through the end results of the harvest. And then I'll get ready for the cooking portion. So, how do I want to do this? We're gonna come back towards me. Next container comes on down. Past container goes on up. Woohoo! Okay. So we've got ourselves the last container. So, not sure what I'm going to be able to find here, but we'll see what we get. And I am already spying some spuds. Cause got this guy over here. Got this guy over there. So let's get in here. Get digging. And find some food. Ooh, hey GoPro. Be nice. Be nice to me today. Good day. Actually, really good. It's been a pretty good day. Work was a little bit challenging, a little bit physical, a little bit more than what it usually is, but that's just doing an attic install. That's just how it goes. Okay. Just a reminder that you can make a wash for a vodka with sugar and potato skins. Oh no. You literally just came in, haggled, just dropped that information on me, didn't you? Don't be dropping that kind of information on me. I'd rather eat these. Potatoes are firmly on camp. I'd rather eat versus drink. But also, hello and welcome in. Just a wash, not like we're gonna distill it. Yeah, because then that would be not looked down upon well by those darn government authority figures. Well, government peoples. Damn government taxing distilled spirits. Oh, got a spud there, small one. Ooh, that's a nice one right there. But we might accidentally store it in the freezer. Yes, accidentally storing it in the freezer. I like how you think. I think I might accidentally store some cider in there. That'd be good. So what are you making first? So I'm just gonna make stir-fried potatoes with onions and peppers. For the meal portion of today. Because that's my favorite way to eat potatoes, so I'm gonna go that route. I think last year, onions and pepper also from the garden. The onions are. My problem is I have too many hobbies. And I've been very negligent of my garden. And I do not have, like, any peppers. Well, I have plants, but I don't have fruit. But my onions have done well. I've been very happy with my onions. But my pepper game this year is weak. So far, the potato game's been alright. What are you? Yeah, you're nothing. Okay. I like nothing. Nothing to worry about. That's the best thing about nothing. Oh. I see. I hear they need more potassium than other plants. They're getting killed by crabgrass, actually. I've been very negligent with my weeding. And they're just getting crowded out by weeds. That's pretty much the state of the whole in-ground garden. A lot of my container stuff is doing alright, though. Which is why these are doing fairly somewhat respectable. But some of my in-ground... Well, yeah, the in-ground garden has just been not so hot. But that's also the price I pay for having too many hobbies. And also for doing this. Because if I didn't do this, I'd have more time for gardening. But I do not. But on the other hand, I have also done so much more woodworking projects than I would have if I haven't done that. Better too many than too few, yes. Yep. Ooh. Another spud. Because if I had too few hobbies, then I might be boring. Like, boring as a person. Which, I mean, I also read my fair amount of books, so... And reading books is definitely a good way to grow yourself. I saw a vid on FBI tactics, and they said to take a number of tasks you think you can handle and then remove one. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Because then when you do that, you're being you have some slack, you have some play with what you're doing. I mean, with me, I just stay busy. But also staying busy keeps me out of trouble. Pretty sure they mean add one? Wait, add one? Oh no. That sounds like government work, man. I don't want to do government work. I'm not cut out for that. Okay. We had a whole lot at first reveal, but the incoming spuds have dwindled. Not sure how to... Oh. 1, 2, okay. Increasing the amount of potato. That's what we want around here. So my sato didn't sour, it was just extremely rough. So I made some more. One of them I added cider yeast, since I'm not sure if the original esters producing strains are still, alive. Ah, okay. Nice. Granted, it's always nice to hear about how other people's fermentation projects are going. Because this last Saturday, I made my first batch of Oktoberfest for the season. So I've got Oktoberfest fermenting in the fridge. Well, not the fridge, but the basement right now. My basement's actually staying a reasonable temperature so far this summer. Because basement's been like 66, 67. Well, those would technically be better for ales, but I've been using ice blocks to kind of knock the temperature down for the Oktoberfest. Chicken. I wish I could feel that way, but I am not a partaker of the chicken. Oh gosh. Potato! I am a partaker of the potato, though. I do love the spud. It is definitely my favorite way for the ground to nourish me. Whew, almost done. Got a little bit more dirt left to go through, but... Okay. Let's just gather this up. Actually, I want to grab those spuds there. Aha! Gotcha! 1 and 2. Go. And holy smokes, I think that's it. Oh, thank God. How about deer meat? I'm saving some deer hamburger for my birthday. I like deer meat. I've cooked deer meat twice on the channel. I know I've made venison curry, which venison curry is really good. I hear the important bit is the dice all cleaned up. First few days, it takes to be mid-70s. Never had deer. Deer's good. if you like red meat, deer's good, because deer's basically lean red meat. So, but yeah, venison, good stuff. So, I'm gonna get that container right there because I like giving you guys a visualization of how much dirt I just moved, mostly by hand. This is a fair amount of dirt, and I've done 4 of these pots, plus 2 smaller pots. So let's get over here. Oh, and take a look. Actually, I think the pots are too big. Big as in being tall. I can't. There's a place nearby where I can get an elk burger if I had any money. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Actually, there's a way to do this. You're too tall. But I have something shorter. Get up on there. Hello, shorter thing. Ugh. But yeah, there it is in its full glory. The 2026 container potato harvest is done, and I'm very thankful for that. Because, holy smokes, this is a fair amount of spuds. And I'm tired of moving dirt. Mostly tired of moving dirt. Looks terrific. Oh, thank you. Honestly, this is a pretty good amount. Because I reckon this is probably a good, like, 15 pounds of potatoes, but I would say I technically went in with, well, I actually went in with, I think I went in with like 6 pounds of seed potatoes into this, so I think I multiplied my potato factor by 3, which is a good factor. If you do a really good potato harvest, I know there's like guys who have gotten like 4 or even 5 times the amount of spuds that they put into the ground, but for me, being a home hobbyist grower who just, like, I literally just run these 6 pots for fun every year. Just to, like, grow a certain amount of my own potatoes. It's fun stuff. Okay. I've been bending over. Pulling dirt. And doing too much work, so I'm gonna finish off this Deschutes Black Brute non-alcoholic beer. They're gonna have more flavor, right? For potatoes, I don't really think there's really a whole lot more flavor here. Part of the reason for the pun. Oh, I don't really think you get like a lot more flavor out of homegrown potatoes. For peppers, definitely. Oh my gosh, like homegrown sweet peppers versus store-bought, world of difference. Hey, beer so soon. Pace yourself, Sugi. Mr. Spock, this is a non-alcoholic beer. This is also beer 1 of, I'm honestly the better part of like 2 hours in the stream. So, as far as pacing myself, I think I'm doing pretty alright. Like, I'm not trying to get like Haney 2 like tore up. Like, I've got to get through Friday. Now, granted, once I get through Friday, then things can get more fun then. But yeah. Well, I'll be in the weekend, and then I can have like extra bits of fun. So But yeah, for 2026, hella good potato harvest. For those who weren't in at the beginning, so here's this stuff. This stuff is called purslane. This is technically a weed where I grow. However, though, the thing about this weed, it is delicious. It's savory. It's literally kind of like a more savory green, but with a ton of nutrition. So, and this stuff was growing wildly in my 2 small pots, and I actually tried to pull it out in such a way where hopefully I saved the plants, because I wish I could grow this stuff. Like, funny enough, that weed purslane in my grandma's garden, well, her old in-ground garden, it was like one of the main weeds she dealt with. And I was just like, Grandma, this main weed you're dealing with is very edible and very delicious. I would love to have your problem. Because I deal with crabgrass, and gosh, I hate crabgrass with... I hate crabgrass with the red-hot glowing passion of 1,000 suns. You should try growing magic mushrooms. No. No, 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 no. I grow enough things. And actually, one of the big things I'm seriously considering for the 2027 season of the garden is I am very much genuinely considering stepping back on the gardening stuff. I've been basically growing as much garden as I can reasonably take care of, and then I became a streamer, and since becoming a streamer, well, taking care of the garden's gotten harder, even though I actually get to do stuff like what I do today. Like, this is actually the 3rd time. This is the 3rd time I've done the potato harvest on stream. I tried going pitote years ago, didn't turn out too well. Pitote is, I think that's something like corn. Oh, it sounds like the rambling has costed you. Well, you know, it's just like the having to deal with all the things I deal with, like, in, well, just staying on top of life. But yeah, let's see here. I want to figure out what Mr. Spock, pitote. Oh, okay. It's a small little cactus. It's a very cute cactus, too. Nice. Granted, it was actually funny. The botanical gardens I went to in Milwaukee. Peyote. Okay. And once again, Sugi does not know how to pronounce anything correctly. Well, yeah, that's just how it goes. But the botanical gardens in Milwaukee I visited, they actually had agave plants as part of their desert biome. And it was really funny because they literally had like a sign in front of the plants being like, future tequila. But, which was cool. Like, that was actually like as a person who is a utilizer of plants, like this wonderful member of the Solanaceae family here, being able to see plants like agave. I got to see vanilla bean growing in the wild. Well, not necessarily the wild, but actually just growing, doing its thing. Pepper, blue agave, yeah. It had some blue agave plants, which were cool. Granted, really, how they had their botanical garden set up was really cool, because it's 3 domes. So there's like 3 enclosures. One enclosure is like the show enclosure where it's a little bit more rotating, the plants. For example, when I went, it was early May, so the show biome was set up for Mother's Day. There were, granted, I did see so many hydrangeas, and I love hydrangeas. They had so many colors of hydrangeas. It was very pretty, but there's more geared towards Mother's Day for that one, which that one was all right. But the other 2, one is a desert biome, which is cool because like they have like Madagascar desert, Australia desert, South America desert plants. Because the desert biome was actually like broken up into sections of different desert plants, which was very cool. And then the last dome was basically tropical rainforest, and it's like, hey, look, tropical rainforest. Look, here is coffee growing wild. Well, I keep wanting to use the word wild. Growing in a cultivated setting that you can look at and be like, hey, people enjoy that beverage. I only enjoy coffee unless it's in beer. So, but that's just me. So, we're getting really close to the 2-hour mark. So, I think it's about time I get ready to do some cooking. But before I do that, I have to, well, I gotta wash my hands because I've got so much dirt under. Have you made coffee beer? I have not made any coffee stouts. But a couple of the microbreweries around me have made coffee stouts, and I've tried all their coffee stouts, and they're all good. Like, coffee stout is definitely one of those things. Like, if I was, like, visiting some other place or going to a new microbrewery, and it was like, oh, hey, we've got coffee stout. Like, I know I'll like it. Star sand is used for rinsing veggies or so, I heard. Okay, Haggle, I see what you did there. But with real beans, not just specialty grains? Actually, so that's actually what I don't know. Because I know you can get like some like coffee notes out of some of the more like heavily roasted malts. But I actually don't know if they actually use... I think some of them actually do use actual coffee, because I think one of the microbrews actually had the name of the local roaster that they got the coffee beans from. I tried it. Works great on fruits. I don't know if I'll... I actually don't know if I will use star sand to rinse veggies. I mean, here's the thing. Like, these have been growing in these containers that I have supervised, and I know everything that goes into them. So I'm going to be giving them a good dunk of water and a good scrub, and these guys should be good to go. Mezcal's nasty. Last bottle I bought was in Cancun. I dusted this bottle on the bottom shelf. Told my son he had to eat the worm. Then he proceeded to chug the bottle. I had to stop him. Oh no, you don't want to chug a bottle of mezcal. One time I made a banana wine with beans in the second ferment, and that was pretty good. Oh man, that actually sounds like a cool project. Granted, as far as project ferments for me, like, I just want to try making Hefeweizen, which I've got to get my Oktoberfest done, and then once Oktoberfest is done, the next beer I'm gonna make is a Hefeweizen, because I've never made a Hefeweizen, and I wanna tick that box, if you will. I wanna like cross it off, and then after I make the Hefeweizen, then I have to start making winter beer. Because winter beer. But yeah, okay. Enough rambling. I have so much dirt underneath my fingernails. I need to address that. Well, because of the bubbles and the star sand, they get a ton of mist dirt, but I'm just saying, okay. But, BRB.
開催いたします。昨年度多くの負傷者を出し、角が欠ける程度の被害が出ている豆腐ハンバーグ問題につきまして、生ハゲ委員会主導のもと、大豆ダメ絶対キャンペーンを実施いたしまして、国民の鬼の皆様が間違えて接種せぬよう、こちらの方針にてお知らせしていきたいと考えております。
Okay, I am back, and sorry for the delay. I did have to prepare this water, though. And actually, I think I've been working pretty hard today, and I deserve a little treat. Which... I need to get my magic glassware. Magic glassware. Actually. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit more centered. So, since we have kind of a general theme here of home-produced goodness, I have a little bit of homemade blackberry wine. What a cute little goblet. Yeah. Well, it's technically a tulip glass. I think this is like traditionally what most people wish to drink their sours out of. So yeah, cheers. So this is blackberry wine. So I actually grew harvested and brewed this wine myself. So this is kind of the reason why I'm having it with like today's meal is, hey, I am having a homegrown meal. I should have a homegrown alcohol with it. Do the wine swirl. Breathe. I mean, the thing is, it does smell amazing. Like, it smells very much like summer. It smells like summer. Fresh blackberries. Granted, this was an alcohol I gave my sister, who traditionally does not like much alcohol. She approved of this, and then I was just like, well, you just put it flat on the table. Usually it's super annoying and keeps the normies out. Oh, I'm not worried about the normies. I mean, look at me. Like, I'm a VTuber gardening. Like, that's pretty normie. Pretty normie thing. Oh, wait. Yeah. I forgot about these. So, earlier, I had a whoopsie, and I stabbed a few potatoes. And the potatoes that got stabbed, with a shovel, by the way, those are going to be the first ones, too. We're going to go ahead and they're going to be like our first victims of the first meal. So, I'm not going to get like too fancy with, oh, wow. But, do you remember what yeast you used? I don't. So the thing is, I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I saved the packet. I almost want to. Actually, I don't know if I used a white wine yeast or red. I don't have the reference on tap right now, but I do. I did keep the yeast packet, and then I actually have a magic place. Well, not necessarily a magic place. I just keep all my yeast packets in a single area, so that way I can reference them later. And it is in that spot. But I think I definitely went with like a more clean fermenting yeast, not something that produces a whole bunch of esters or anything. Because I think I literally just went to the home brew store and I just went with whatever. You mean like in a flip book thing? No, literally in a pile. It is all the yeast packets, and I keep them in a pile in a spot in my basement, so that way if I need to like reference something, like say for like the lager yeast in my Oktoberfest I have fermenting right now, if I need to like double check the temperatures I need to keep, I can go to where I keep all those yeast packets and find my reference temperatures or reference notes. But that's a lot of like why I have that. It's basically a resource, a referenceable resource for me. And it's also just less information I have to write in my homebrewing recipe book, which I've gotten away with not even keeping track of my mash temperatures in my beer recipe fermenting book. Well, technically brewing logbook. It's technically a brewing logbook, but I don't actually I don't do a good job at logging. You used a clean list, that probably means it's super dry. Is it perceptually sweet though? It is definitely on the drier side though. I will say that. There is a touch of sweetness to it. But from what I understand, a lot of the fruit wines will tend to want to ferment dry. Cause like when you mash with malt grains for a beer, you get a lot of the more complex sugars, you get some proteins, you get a lot of stuff that won't necessarily ferment out. But with like a lot of your fruit wines where your main component is like fructose and the other sugars in the fruit, they tend to want to go dry on you. So I've been told. I don't have a whole lot of fruit wine making experience. But this is actually a fruit wine I made in 2024. Yeah. So this was actually the 2024 blackberry harvest. And I made a fruit wine for the 2025 blackberry harvest. The 2025 last year's blackberry harvest was so gangbusters. I threw like over 30 pounds of blackberries at. No wonder you don't remember the yeast. I know that's like so many alcohols ago. But I mean, for any time I've made for each of the blackberry wine projects, they've fermented from January to April the next year. It's a really long fermentation on them. And then by the time you bottle condition, like 2025's blackberry wine is still bottle conditioning right now. So by the time you get through with like your bottle conditioning, like it's just been a while. But yeah, potato. So, I am gonna grab one more potato. We'll clean up one more potato because I want there to be a fair amount of potato. I mean, so when I do my stir-fried potatoes with onions and peppers, I generally try to aim for a little bit more than half of the stir-fry being potatoes. Like, the potatoes are the star. And then the onions and the peppers, they're kind of like backup. They're support characters. Which we'll give this guy a few more scrubs. So, I think that actually cleaned up my hands. Granted, I accidentally I forget how I did a slit on my thumb today, but I did a slit on my thumb. Hey, I'm Irish. What, so you want more potatoes? You're gonna get there. Can I just be abusive to my potatoes? Yeah, there we go. Just saying, it's a crowd pleaser, you know. Well, yeah, potatoes are great. They're easy. They're they're very versatile. You can do a lot with potatoes. Oh God. Come here, you bucket of stuff. There we go. That's one bucket of stuff. But yeah, that's a homegrown onion, though. Now, granted, I can't really talk about, like, traditional family cuisines. Because my family's from... Well, my dad's family's from, like, Bavaria, Germany. Which is probably the reason why I like beer so much. Oh, dear. It's so fucking purple, I swear that's a prop. No, it's just a red onion. It's just a standard red onion, man. Just a standard, sweet, old, delicious red onion. Oh, the smell of it, though. The absolute sweet, glorious smell of it. So we'll do We'll do it divides. Oh, just remember, you can't eat them in time. You can always ferment them. Yeah, well, I mean, that's just the fun thing with fermenting. You can ferment a lot of stuff. I don't think a lot of people appreciate how many things you can ferment. Fermenting, unfortunately, so there is the magic pop song. Radio killed the... No, TV killed the radio star. The fridge killed home fermenting. Home fermenting. Because fermenting was a much bigger thing when you needed to preserve what you grew. So, I'm gonna do it divided into like 4 chunks so I can have some pretty like good sized oniony bits. Yeah, there we go. Those are gonna be good sized oniony bits. That's gonna be delicious. Absolutely delicious. But yeah, I absolutely adore onions. And it really is. Speaking of roots that are fermented, my number one love joy is, and it comes from Japanese cuisine, is pickled red ginger. Pickled red ginger is incredible. Like, it's traditionally served on like gyudon. It's like the red stringy bits on the gyudon. But holy smokes, it is good on so many other things. It is truly one of the great condiments that the fine people in Nippon land have blessed the rest of the world with their cult. Oh. So, this cut wound on my thumb, I just got onion juice in it, and yeah, that's some pain. It's like, oh, pain, I'm alive, good. But fermentation is so delicious. It's still done in Slavic countries, and the whole damn place is one big refrigerator. I mean, that's just because the Slavs know what's up. I mean, hey, like, Eastern Europe, they had to put up with, like, so much Soviet Union BS that they just know how to, like, just deal with, like, hard times, I feel like. But, like, there's also, like, just, like, keeping, like, traditional stuff alive. Like, there's, like, really big, I know a lot of places, like, actually in, like, Japan, where they try to keep some of the, like, traditional methods still alive. As, like, a local cultural thing. I actually had a magazine that I got a while ago, talking about traditional things that, well, just talking about, like, stuff in Japan. And they had an article on there about, there's a region in Japan where every house has an artesian well in it. So, if you don't know what an artesian well is, an artesian well is a spring. It's basically a spring. It is water bubbling out of the ground. But there's actually a spot in the house where they will have this artesian well, the spot where water bubbles up. And since this water comes from underground, it's quite cold. So what they'll do is they have, it's kind of like it's an okayishly sized cylinder where they will take like vegetables and like different foodstuffs, and they'll stick it in this water, and they'll put like a screen or something to just hold the vegetables to keep the flowing water from sending their veg downhill. But they will chill their vegetables that way and then preserve them a little bit. Which I was like, You know what? That's pretty dang cool. Like it's cool from the perspective of, hey, there's this natural resource, and we're gonna take advantage of it. And in my world, I have the unnatural resource of a heat pump water heater, which is nice. Which I love my heat pump water heater because it's free AC. Because my water is heated with the warm air in my basement. So the heat pump water heater basically takes heat that's in the air and puts it into the hot water tank using a refrigeration circuit. And because it does that, it generates free AC for my basement and keeps my basement cooler. Like, usually by this point, like mid-July during the summer months, my basement will get up to like 70-ish degrees. I didn't even know that was a thing. It's still a relatively new technology. So the contractors that I worked with on the water heater install, I used a company that my company usually recommends to people. And I was just like, hey guys, new lol, AC's been around forever. Well, using it for like water heating is a relatively new application. You don't really see a lot of like heat pump water heaters, but the company that I contacted and was like, hey, I would like to have you guys install a water heater for me, a heat pump water heater. They didn't know what that was. They were just like, wait, what are you talking about? And then, well, the front desk person is like, I don't have any idea what you're talking about, but I will talk to the guys, like the actual like technicians, and we'll try and figure it out. And they're like, cool. I mean, granted, I spent a lot of money on that water heater, man. I spent way too much money on that water heater. But you know what? Heat pumping the water heater is what allowed me to cut the gas, to remove the gas meter to my house. And yeah, for the past 9 months, my utility bill has been $15. So that's been a victory. Oh god, oh man. Oh gosh, I love peppers. Peppers are a fantastic food item. I also got lucky because the grocery store was selling peppers 3 for $5. And I was like, oh hell yeah, I'll pick up some sweet peppers on a 2 for $5 deal. Well, 3 for $5. Sorry. Sorry guys, the blackberry wine's already talking. Mmm. So juicy. Okay, we're getting into that core a little bit. Granted, AC is still not really technically like a super new technology. Like, I mean, AC has only been around for like 100 some odd years. Now, I know some people probably look at like 100-year existent technology and be like, man, that technology has been around for a while. It's like, when you think about humans being around for like 10,000 some odd years, a technology that came out 100 years ago is like still recent. Like, a middle of the road maturing technology would be like, looking at things from that time scale, would be like blacksmithing. Be like, blacksmithing is still like a somewhat a maturing technology. In that case, computer science is No, computer science is just brand spanking new, like hot off the press. Granted, computer science is actually it is a field I have very little experience with, but is like, I don't know. I feel like every field, I mean, our techniques. Oh, okay. I mean, a lot of computer science techniques originally came from statistics, though. Which statistics have been a really, like... Well, they've been around. Does the pepper pair with the wine sugi? They're very similar in colors, where they have definitely a distinct visual contrast. And they both taste good. I know that's probably not what you're looking for in terms of an answer, but... I know there's the thing in like Japan where it's like food reports. I'll take that as a no. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's all delicious stuff at the end of the day. That's the thing. Is at the end of the day, it's all delicious. And really, at the end of the day, that's what I'm concerned about. Like I want to have a delicious meal that I enjoy. And as long as I achieve that outcome, I'm happy. Like, I don't need it to be paired perfectly well. Now, granted, I don't know. I think it would... I don't know. How interesting would it be to do like a cheese and cracker board on stream? I don't think it would be super interesting. Even if I did it as like a campfire cooking, campfire cooking type thing. Let's see. I'm gonna park that stuff over there. So, I got a slightly more interesting than washing potatoes. Good to know. I think I would actually have to expand my vocab, though, to be able to describe all the artisanal cheeses. So, I originally was going to put the cutting board away, and yeah, that's the hard part. I know, I have to learn words, damn it. The problem with learning words is, I drink. Don't people know that drinking makes the words in the brain go away? And it's really hard to like keep new words in brain when you make alcohol. Ooh, wow. Ooh, that was like really stiff. Ooh, it's a starchy boy. Would be hilarious if you just said really good for all of them. Oh man, that would be funny. That would be a funny bit. I don't know if that would be a good bit though. Oh man. I do like the idea. I like the idea. Actually, do I want to dice these up a little bit finer? I think those are a touch too chunky. Kind of want to have a sort of decent dice on them. It's really what I like to go for potatoes. No, make them look a little bit cubey. Granted, really what I need to do is find more things to pair beer cheese with. because I would actually really enjoy having another excuse to make beer cheese on the stream. Because I've technically done beer cheese twice. So my sort of rule for my birthday streams has been, for my birthday stream, what I would do is I would do a campfire cooking stream where I'll make the thing that I liked the most in the past year. And then for my birthday in 2025, that's what I did, is I made beer cheese. Because beer cheese is great. But I'm also from Kentucky. I'm also from the home of the beer cheese, so I'm very biased. Sounds like it's paired with cheese beer. Ooh, cheese beer. It's been a while since I had a good cheese beer. Actually, wait a second. Did I get any cheese beer when I was up in Wisconsin? Also, I'd like to take that moment to shamelessly plug Wisconsin. Do they actually make that? No. I was just going with the bit. But yeah, if no one's been to, I'll just call that a spoiled batch. I'd just be like, no, my cheese is so runny it fills the glass. She's so runny it fills the glass. Oh man. Actually, that's turning into a pretty okayish amount of potatoes. But you know what's better than enough potatoes? More potatoes. Okay. Last potato. But yeah, seriously, like, if you like beer, if you like cheese, go to Wisconsin. Call it a pilgrimage to the Holy Land, and go to the great, magnificent Midwest. Stop by the Quick Trip, a Meijer, a gas station that is not as culty as Buc-ee's is, but still good. Granted, Buc-ee's is fine. Like, Buc-ee's is great. But Buc-ee's is also Wisconsin, the Germany of America? Yes! A land of beer, cheese, and don't underestimate a local's ability to just drink you under the table. And appreciate them for that. Like, I've been to Wisconsin twice now. And both times I've had a wonderful time there. Granted, the next year's trip I will definitely be attending Midwest Gaming Classic. Because that's actually the reason I went the first time, was me and a group of friends. Well, technically, my group of friends wanted to go to the Midwest Gaming Classic. And I was just tagging along for the ride because, hey, they're my friends. That's kind of like it's kind of the interesting thing about, I don't know if it's really an interesting thing about me or just like an aspect of me, but I am a person who all my friends are gamers. Yeah, I do like some video games. Some video games are enjoyable, but I don't want a video game all day. That's not my thing. Actually. Trade! Sort of. We're going out of the plywood. You're in hell. I guess. I suppose that's where that lands me. Is like I'm gaming adjacent, but I'm not like in like the thick of the gaming weeds. Okay. Propane hissing noises? I'll turn that on. Did I not turn on my tank? Oh, nope. Ooh, that was way too much propane. I'm still technically in the house. Propane explosions are bad when you're in the house. Okay. So we'll just get that to a nice, like, reasonable level of heat. And time for the greatest ally of this channel. Kirkland brand olive oil. So we're gonna hit this with like a good, generous helping of olive oil. And that is actually the fantastic thing about a stir fry, is this is quick, and this is actually reasonably easy. So, and I love quick and easy. So, we got this olive oil heating up. Be making ourselves a wonderful pepper. Which, actually, funny enough, speaking of Wisconsin, I bought this skillet. I can see your face in the reflection of the oil. Huh. Like, I can see the shop lights. Immersion ruined, unsubscribed, major luck. Yeah, like you can see four shop lights. Oh wow, that is a lot of heat. If it's smoking the olive oil that quickly. 'Cause I literally just turned that on. But oh yeah. Now we're cooking. Oil's hot, guys. This just in. But yeah, I actually bought this frying pan at a Costco in Milwaukee last time I was there. Because if you go to a Costco and you see an item that has, if you look at the like price tag for an item at Costco, and there's an asterisk in the upper right hand corner, that is called the Death Star. And what that means is Costco no longer wants to carry that product, and they've priced it to sell out of it and make it go away. Well, this frying pan was Death Starred, and I was just like, I could use one of these bad boys. So I bought this, and this is actually real nice because it's a bit larger. You mean they have non-misleading discount tags? Haggle. Don't be insulting Costco. I love Costco. I thought the Death Stars in Star Wars. You're technically correct, Mr. Spock. However, though, it's just called the Death Star in, like, Costco Insider. Just saying, that's super rare nowadays. I mean, hey, at least Costco was, like, probably, like, the most chill when it came to, like, helping out consumers when, like, prices and things were doing stupid stuff. Woo! Oh, wow. There's a lot of heat on this. Granted, this burner is also meant to like boil 5 gallons of wort, so. Yeah. But yeah, like true discounts are like rare nowadays. But the Death Star pricing, that's kind of like Costco being like, hey, we no longer wish to carry this product anymore. We want to just like make it go away. So please buy this product. And that's what they do. That's what they do. Okay. I think we're reaching a more healthy sizzle. Actually, can I grab that? Ooh, it's a little bit toasty. Oh, dearie, dearie, dearie. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. So, our frying has settled down. It's no longer super bad. Because for a little bit there, I was just like, oh dear, this is like being unnecessarily active, but it's actually settled down. So this is good. This is good. This is good. But yeah. So, and actually another thing about this pan, this is actually a carbon steel pan. And so you have, in terms of metallic frying pans, you either have stainless steel, you have carbon steel, and then you have cast iron. Carbon steel is like this fun, like, middle child between the stainless steel pans and the cast iron pans. And because it's this fun, strange middle child of frying pans, I wanted to get one for myself. So, now, when I'm making this, cast iron is just iron, but with carbon. Steel is just iron with carbon, and carbon steel is just iron with carbon. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. But stainless steel has chromium. And then it is basically unstainable. I mean, I do really, really, really enjoy my stainless steel brewing pot. Granted, I am very glad I had bought that brewing pot in 2017 and not the year of our Lord now. Because stainless steel is not cheap, guys. Okay. So, I feel reasonably confident about saying we are like halfway through our fry here. And once we're halfway through the fry, this is when I'm going to throw my extraneous vegetables. Let's see. Do I want to do half the bell? Yeah, we'll do half the bell. Half the bell. Yeah! Oh, wait. Gotta go with the star of all shows. Garlic. Garlic! I'm in for the garlic. Remember, we always do the yes amount. No more, no less. But always yes. Oh wait, no more, no less, always yes, that rhymes. Yes! Now let's stir and incorporate. Oh my gosh! That smells amazing. That smells spectacular. The right amount, not the white amount. Yeah, haggle. Yes. Garlic is always applied in the amount. Wait, did I get the reference? If you told me what it is, I think I might actually understand where that reference comes from. Because it sounds familiar, but I can't think of off the top of my head where it came from. Oh my gosh. Garlic for the win, though. Some guy on the internet cooks stir fry, likes MSG. Some guy on the internet likes MSG. Damn it, liking MSG is a very limiting thing, but who could it be? I'm sorry, man, I'm drawing a blank here. Yeah, I'm truly drawing a blank. Like, I don't... Oh, gosh. On one hand, I want to say... Because the thing is like... Contrary to popular belief, I actually don't follow a lot of cooking people. I'm just a guy who likes researching recipes. Uncle Roger? Wait, what? Like, wait. Are we talking Uncle Roger, like, sweater? Like, sweater-wearing Uncle Roger to cover up all his, like, tattoos of being in the armed forces? I don't know, no. There's an answer here, and the sad fact is, I'm not the guy with the answer. I'm gonna take this as a sign that I need hydration. Oh. Hydration's great, though. The right amount, but not the white amount. Oh, gosh. I know I've heard that turn of phrase before. I know for a fact I've heard that turn of phrase before. Anyway, point being, in a lot of Asian cultures just add the right amount. They don't really measure anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's actually a VTuber called the No Name Paladin that I've watched. Like, he doesn't always do a whole bunch of cooking streams, but he occasionally does cooking streams. And whenever he's, like, adding something to the pot... Oh, hey, look, Kitty. Bye, Kitty. He goes... Add it with your... Like, when he's, like, adding salt to a dish, he's like, remember, we don't measure. We just add with our... We just add it with our heart. So... We're getting really close to being done here. And I gotta say, like, this smells great. Even though it is literally just olive oil, a couple of vegetables with one of the vegetables is botanically a berry, but is actually a vegetable. Looks nice too. Oh gosh, yeah. Like that's what. So that's actually why I went with the red peppers, is to just have a little. I should slap with a little. Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry, Haggle. I got you. I got you. We're gonna polish this up, but that's when we're gonna plate it. So I am nearly out of olive oil. The onions are starting to turn translucent. We're getting really close to the end. So, since we're getting close to the end, we're gonna add what I call Sugi's secret sauce for potato stir fries. And that is good old mirin. So, I hate to admit it, but I would cover that in ketchup. Oh no. So, I'm gonna hit it with that mirin. I've also cut my flame out. So, because if I let the flame continue to do its thing, the sugar in the mirin would caramelize and brown. And really just what I want to do is use the mirin to... Granted, I might have actually cut my heat out a little bit soon, but we'll kind of just let this sit for a little bit. And then after it sits for a little bit, then I'll do the remainder of today. But since we're in a period of waiting, I have more wine. Now, if this was a red wine, I would actually probably be tempted to throw it in the skillet, but this is not a red wine, so I'm not going to throw it in the skillet. For it is a fruit wine. I'm sure it'd be good, though. Ooh. Probably, but... Oh, wow. I might have actually... I mean, grape is a fruit. Well, this is blackberry wine. Well, my wine's a blackberry wine. I was kind of hoping for that salt, the mirin to cook down a little bit more, but honestly, I think I'm probably... Granted, that pan's still plenty hot, though. Plenty hot. Because I wanted to make sure it cooked off the alcohol in the mirin. Actually, wait a second. How much of mirin is alcohol versus water? Okay, so alcohol is after water. But glyco syrup is the number one ingredient, so... I reckon a lot of what's left is the syrup. So, in the spirit of culinary escapades, we're gonna plate it. Which, in culinary escapade terms, is basically sending it. We're just gonna run with it. Normally I don't have it get like this soggy, but we're gonna just see how it turns out. It's actually been a while since I've made this style of stir fry, simply because, well, it's been a while since I've had potatoes lying around. So, I mean, granted, I'm ready to dig into this. I'm super ready to dig into this, but unfortunately, we're not done. Why did my phone dink at me? Ooh, it's still a little bit warm. How do I want to do this? We'll address the phone. We'll address the phone. Oh. An email. I don't care. There we go. Get our stir fry in here, and I want to do this. Yep, that's how I want to do it. Hurts to hold, it hurts to hold, it hurts to hold. I'm gonna eventually get to the end of my ability to well, I don't know. Gosh, wait. What? There was a media thing. Yeah, that's what it is. Wait, was it Beowulf? No. It was something else. It was Van Helsing. That's what it was. Yeah, Van Helsing. When it was like the Frankenstein like movie, and Van Helsing was removing the monster from Frankenstein from his shackles before he got hit by the lightning, and he was like, I can undo these restraints, but it will hurt. And then Frankenstein goes, I am quite accustomed to pain. One of my favorite movie quotes, by the way. One of my, like, absolute love of movie quotes is, I am quite accustomed to pain. Okay. Frankenstein the doctor. Frankenstein the monster. And I am aware that, like, Frankenstein is referring to the doctor who made the monster. But it was the monster. But, like, when most people, like, talk about Frankenstein, they're thinking of the monster. So it's like, I'm really not sure how to go about talking about this. So we hit it with a good bit of pepper. Now I'm just gonna go in here lightly, really lightly with the salt. Here's a reason for that. And here is that reason for that. I actually bought the original Worcestershire sauce. Liquid MSG. Thank you. But, so, this is actually my first time purchasing this product. I've traditionally went with, like, the store brand, if you will. But funny enough, for today, I actually compared the ingredients list between this. Oh, it's good shit. Enjoy it. Oh, good. I mean, here's a bit of a fun thing. So, for this one, water is ingredient number 4. The store brand version of the sauce, water is the main ingredient. Yeah, store brand is not the same thing whatsoever. Ooh, okay. So here's the thing. Like, I like the store brand. So if this is like next level, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be very, very, very happy here. If this is like significantly better, like if it's like a hair bit better, I'm okay. Ooh, come on. Damn it, why do you have to make this like unwrapping a Christmas gift? And the instructions do say shake well. Because the original, like the store-bought sauce on potatoes, fried potatoes, amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. But if this is like better, oh, I'm gonna be a happy VTuber. I'm gonna be a very happy VTuber. And I can already tell like the color. It doesn't look it doesn't look factory made, so let's go ahead, open her up, and then let's see here. Yeah, we'll just do a nice healthy back and forth drizzle over her spuds. Oh my gosh, the smell. It smells so much better. Oh man, oh no, oh no. Oh gosh, is this gonna be incredible? I dear hope so. So, let's cleanse the palate with a You could drink it straight? No! Oh god. Oh gosh, I don't know if I want to be like that. I don't know if I want to be like that. So, here we have homegrown, just harvested potatoes, stir-fried with some, in this spoonful, a little bit of onions, well-seasoned, garlic, all those good things. Ikidakimasu. Good job, team. Good job, good job, good job. Holy smokes. Right, just the right amount of pepper to it. Like, oh, and just like a touch of salt. A touch of salt. Just a touch of salt. Like, not overpowering, just that little bit of salt on it to just be like, oh yeah, just a little bit of that salt. And also, hello, Dad's old shop. Apparently, I am in the middle of discovering the sweet, sweet joys of, like, OG Worcestershire sauce. And I'm literally one bite in, and I'm just like, yes, yes. This is definitely significantly better than like the store brand of like the sauce. Wait, are you the dad, or did Dad sell the store to you? Whoa, Worcestershire sauce is good. Well, I'm talking about like the like this versus the store brand, like because apparently like this is like the original, like. Unwrap the flavor. Well, it's Dad's old shop, but I see the other way too. Like the brood stud. So yeah, really good, really good. Had a pretty good harvest of potatoes this year. I would say probably not anything too exciting, but like, hey, you know what? I think I got 3 times the amount of seed potatoes that I got. So basically, I went in with 8 pounds of seed potatoes. I'm pretty sure I got like 20 some odd pounds of potatoes. So reasonably good harvest. And I am pairing today's potato harvest with blackberry wine that I grew myself. And the onions in this came from my garden. The peppers did not though, because my in-ground garden bed is crabgrass hell right now. And my peppers are suffering for it. It's okay, I mean, hey, it's like our lives. My garden is whack. I just have radishes. Hey, at least radishes are low maintenance, man. Oh my gosh. So, another thing I have to add about the stir fry I made is I used mirin towards the end of the stir frying, and I really enjoy using mirin at the end of the stir fry because it adds a real nice sweet and like savory flavor to the potatoes. Low maintenance is the trick to a big garden. Oh gosh, I wish, Haggle. I wish I could low maintenance. Yeah, my garden didn't do great. Oh no, the peas flopped, the beets refused to grow. No, if you like mirroring, you like excellent wine. It's like a mirroring on steroids. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, mirroring is just like spectacular in a stir fry to me. And then there's like, and then now you're like suggesting there's like, it's the alcohol of choice for Chinese stir fries? Oh no. So you eat it before it gets cold. I'm sorry. I'm a streamer. I'm supposed to talk. Oh my god. Okay, so the pepper hits so hard. Like, both peppers hit hard, man. Okay. Kind of like how white wine is the alcohol of choice for sauteing fish. See, here's the great thing about that piece of knowledge. I don't need it. Because I don't eat fish. I don't eat any kind of fish. I will probably never eat fish. I played volleyball for the first time in like a month. Just got back. Bro, I'm not playing for... playing for a month makes you bad. Yeah. It's a lot like riding your bike. It's a lot like riding your bike where you don't ride it for a month. And you ride it for like an hour. And then you're like, oh no, my bum is going to hurt in the morning. That's my like... how I relate to what you've just said is like, if I don't ride my bicycle for a month, yeah, my butt's gonna hurt the next day. Which I get to look forward to that next time I ride my bicycle. Whoa, the first 2 games I was just throwing. The 3rd game was just normal bad. My knees are gonna hurt tomorrow. No! More biking. Eventually more biking. Eventually. Wheelie through the trails. No. No, I'm not that good. But a fun thing I want to do, that I want to get my friend involved with, who goes bicycling with me occasionally, is I want to do a thing called Biking Viking, where it has to be done in winter, it has to be cold outside, but we just dress head to toe as Vikings. And then we hop on bicycles, and then we ride through town hitting breweries as the Biking Vikings. I want to do that so bad. And I'm trying to convince my friend to do this, because I just think this would just be so fun to just walk into a brewery, dress head to toe like a Viking, and then like the bar people being like, what the hell are you? And then we just are like, Biking Vikings! My brother got a DIY riding truck. Do it! That's a good bar crawl. Yeah! Brandon Haggle, was it like riding a bicycle or actually a motorcycle? No. Because, okay, bike, yeah, because I know both bike, we in Hipster City. Oh wait, you in Portland? Yeah, my state has that law. I mean, yeah, technically, my state has that law, but I've yet to been busted by that law. Oh man, I gotta say, like the star is supposed to be the potatoes, But those bell peppers slap so hard. But the cops only enforce it if you're a problem. Yeah. Don't tell no one, okay? Don't worry, Haggle. Your secret's safe with me. By the time I finish this glass of blackberry wine, I will have forgot the information. Because that's what alcohol does, is like, you absorb information, you then consume alcohol, and then you no longer have that information anymore. It's basically how I deal with people who are like, hey, Sugi, here's a secret. And I'm like, why are you telling me your secrets? And they're like, because we know you won't tell anyone. And I'm like, it makes me so angry when people tell me secrets because they know I won't tell anyone. And I'm just like, man, why do I feel like you're just taking advantage of me? Yeah, you just crossed the don't care if I'm slurring line. Ah. Sorry. I can at least blame that on the alcohol and the food. Like, I'm doing both. No. Dazzle chop. Please don't. And it's not like a safe. Like, a safe holds stuff that you can retrieve later. It is Sugi like a trash bin. Like, you put it in there. There's a period of time in which you can retrieve that information that you put in there. And then I do this. It's more entertaining that way. I feel like that. That's like how... Granted, I am pretty sure some of the slurring has been, like, the cornucopious amount of fluids, because, like, my mouth is salivating over smelling this. Like, this is incredible. It tastes so good. But it was also really nice to do a cooking stream when it's traditionally hard to do cooking streams because, oh dear God, outside is painful right now. Even though I ran the propane burner for a little while, it's still below 70 in my garage. Like, it's not suffering. Well, actually, wait a second. Oh gosh, I did do the 4th of July barbecue stream. And that was hot. It was really hot. I don't like it when the air hurts to breathe, guys, man. I don't like it when the air hurts to breathe. Luckily, it's hot and smoky here. Oh God. That thanks Canada has so much love, care, and affection put into it. I mean, granted, there's been a couple of times when Canada's been on fire and it's managed to make its way down here to Kentucky, but usually if Canada burns to the point of affecting Kentucky, yeah, it's bad. Canada's on thin ice. They're lucky they gave us Jim Carrey. Yeah, those Canadians. Actually, wait a second. They did also give us Letterkenny, and I do enjoy me some good Letterkenny. That was a fun show. Wait, what is Letterkenny Netflix? Yes, it was. Man, there's a lot of happiness on that plate right there, I tell ya. But yeah, Letterkenny was Netflix. But I also feel like it's been a while since like Letterkenny was actually like a big thing. Ever watch Trailer Park Boys? I think I've heard of Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, because isn't that... Because I want to say that's like that was like the newer thing that the people behind Letterkenny came up with. Because I do think I remember hearing my friends talk about it. I haven't seen it, but I do remember some of the people in my like friend group talking about it. I got some like nostalgia, maybe there's a better word, watching my daughter laugh at Jim Carrey as Dr. Robot Link, like how I laughed at him as Ace Ventura. Oh my... Dad's Old Shop. I loved all the Ace Ventura stuff so much. Same funny man, different generations. Yes. Oh man. It is really nice how we can just get some like people like into this world who are just like really good at the hee-hees and ha-has. Me, Myself, and Irene is my favorite of his films. Underrated. Can't show the kiddo that one. He's the only saving grace to that movie. I mean, I do really like the Ace Ventura films and wait. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 Ace Venturas. Granted, like, so there's a lot of reasons to love Ace Ventura. But, you know, now that you mention it, Heggles it, I don't know any other actor in Ace Ventura. The opening scene to the first film of him, let's say, cosplaying a UPS worker delivering a package. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, where UPS has their largest air hub in their entire logistics system. UPS is a very big thing here. The voice cast in the Sonic movies is immaculate. Wait, like Sonic the Hedgehog? Like the new Sonics? Granted, I've heard the new Sonics are good, but I'm also not gamer. Like I never played any of the Sonics, but I did hear the Sonic films were actually good. Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're surprisingly good. Like, I mean, like that... Wait... What? Did they cast Jim Carrey as, like, the doctor character? Is what I'm thinking of? I don't know. Once again, this was another topic that... Are they, like, a 10-10? No. Would I watch them without my kid? No. But when they're on, I laugh. Yep, he's Robotnik. Okay. And in this Alba is Knuckles. Okay. Oh, well, it looked cheesy, but if I was 7, I would love it. Okay. Like, man, like, I am so gamer adjacent, where it's like, I'm exposed to so much gamer culture, but also I don't really partake of the gamer culture. Like, as I mentioned before, like, all my friends, like, their primary, like, to have fun is play video games. Admittedly, I don't have a primary to have fun, like, because the problem is I like cooking, I like reading, I like woodworking. Oh dear God, there's a new hobby on the horizon. It's called blacksmithing. Please go away, because it's hot outside. And then, oh wait, there's gardening. I do like gardening. Oh dear God, regular Renaissance VTuber. Oh God. The problem is, there's so many problems with being a Renaissance VTuber. Like, like I am like deeply humbled. Like yesterday, I was on Akira's channel, Akira Ochiba. He's another fellow VTuber, but he is from the Europes, and he was just like, yeah, like the stuff you do is like so cool, and I'm like, yeah, I think my execution could be a lot better, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like you're doing a thing and you're doing it and you're just like looking at a thing you made and you're just like, oh dear gosh, I wish I could do this better, this better, this better, and then other people are looking at you and being like, dude, you did a good job, and it's like, but my boundless anxiety though. I have so much anxiety. But I mean, like, I also genuinely have fun doing it. It's like the whole reason why I put up with doing this and go through the efforts I do to do it. I'm like that with cooking. Yeah. What about making alcohol? It all tastes wrong until you sit down and enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh, that's a real take right there. Man. Granted, sitting. Also, I will say this about. So, the harvesting potato part of the stream was kind of hard because I was like. I was on my knees and like stooping and bending and all that, but now that I'm in the cooking portion where I'm in my camping chair. Oh dear gosh, I like this. I like sitting in my camping chair. It's so good to sit in the camping chair. Enjoy some blackberry wine. Swirls it like I know what I'm doing. Guess what? I kind of do. I'm a big fan of working while drunk. Haggle, my man. Don't tell my employer. Sincerely, one of my favorite things to do is to drink beer while we're like doing like homestead work. Like for instance, like say I will split a wheelbarrow worth of firewood while drinking a beer. And then I'll stack the wood, and then I'll crack open another beer. Then I'll split more beer. Like, drinking beer while I'm engaging in a physical activity is amazing. Because the physical activity... Because with, like, a physical activity, like, your body is processing the alcohol, so you don't necessarily feel drunk, but... kind of just feel just a touch of the buzz, maybe. I don't know. I do like the idea of just like drinking and then not feeling the effects of the mega alcohols. Don't worry, Sugi, here's your secret and it's safe with him. No, Sugi forgets your secret because Sugi kills those brain cells with extreme prejudice. Because people dump secrets on me, and I'm like, oi, don't tell me that. Which the biggest one is, bum bum bum. My sister told me some information about some stuff that happened with her, and I was like, and this was purely you did not have to tell me this information. And she looks at me and goes, I know, but you won't tell anyone. And I'm like, God damn it, Emoto. Like, we have a positive brother-sister relationship, and then you just have to just drop some information on me and tell me I can't remember. Do you remember what it was? Yes, I do. I very much remember what that was. And And it was about sums of money, and that's probably about as much as I can say. And it was just like, was that true? Like, the thing is, it was purely unnecessary to tell me this information. Yet she's just like, hey, da da da. And I'm like, okay, why did you tell me this? Oh, we just needed to tell someone. God gave me this finger on my hand for a reason, you know? Okay. This has been a lot of yammerings. I have went on for close to 3.5 hours. Which for me is not just a fair amount of time, a long amount of time. So let's see. Wait, is there anyone? Okay, so, ooh, okay. No, wait. Okay, okay. Ooh, wait a second. Let's mute that. Copy. Poor food cold. Impressive for sure. Yeah, it was. Poor food cold already. Okay. So, I'm gonna hang out in this fella's stream for a while, and while I eat this food, if you want to show up there, that's fine. If you don't, if you want to go on about your day, that's also fine. But with all that, this has been Tsugi Yamagawa. Thank you very much to all who's tuned in, and hopefully I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.